Hi everyone, welcome and thank you for joining me today. My name is Lisette and I teach Pilates, yoga, breath work, and movement. Feel free to follow me on Instagram at YogiTravelAddict or on YouTube and enjoy today's video on chair office yoga. In today's video, we're going to be going over a routine for yoga in the workplace environment. So as you can see, I'm seated here in a chair, and we're going to be using this as our major point of reference. To begin, you can either sit in your chair, pull up a chair, and you're going to sit somewhere in the center of the chair. You're not going to use the backrest. Instead, you're going to imagine that a string is attached to the very center of your self spot and is pulling you up. And I want you to use your imagination to kind of lift your body with that string. And just take a moment, relax your body, maybe even close your eyes like you see me do, and imagine that string, right? Imagine that string lifting you up, the shoulders melting down and away, and notice what turns on in the body, what happens in the body, what muscles are active. Let's do that for a few breaths. You just close your eyes, lift your posture, take an inhale, and through the nose, take an exhale. And what I feel kind of my neck getting longer, my shoulders getting lower. I feel my abdominals. And here's the important part. I feel the bottom of my glutes connecting. So instead of them being relaxed, I feel the bottom of the seat lifting, and that sets me up. So let's go ahead and start with that setup. Connect into your glutes. It's almost like you're squeezing the bottom of your glutes and going up. And notice how the rest of your body starts to engage as a result. Now, let's hold that position, but at the same time, lift and lean the body forward. Now, as we lean the body forward, we're going to keep the spine really long, and you're going to press down into the heels of your feet. So press right down into the heels of your feet. You can either keep your hands here, or for leverage, I'm going to reach my elbows forward. Now, from there, I want you to keep reaching until you're just about off. Now, some of us may need to reach a lot before we're off, but you want to keep reaching until those sits bones are hovering. Now, stay right there in a hover. Leave yourself in this position and just kind of strengthen your core. If you guys saw, I just pulled in my tummy muscles a little bit stronger. I feel the heels of my feet and the toes too, but mostly the heels. And I'm going to just pulse here. I'm going to go down, kind of flirt with the chair and lift. I'm going to add in my breathing. And that breathing, that inhale, is going to give me stamina. Now I really want to push those hips back. And I'm going to count my last 5. I'm getting tired. This is burning. 4, 3, 2. Here's my last one, pause. I feel my glutes, I'm gonna contract into that space and then mindfully sit back to the center of my chair, not using the backrest, and relax my body. Now let's add into this routine a little bit of chest extension or back bending. So in yoga class, this would be like your cobra poses or your upward facing dog, but we're gonna do it from our chair. I want you to go ahead and just bring your hands to interlace behind the curve of your neck, and I'm using that curve of my skull. So right there, I'm going to draw my elbows tight, and I'm going to lift the tips of my elbows up to the ceiling. And at first it's kind of tight, like I can't go too far. And then afterwards, I soften a little more. And if you see, the priority here is that the bottom ribs go forward and up. Now I want to do that while keeping the lower abdomen in. So don't let the belly out. You want to keep the lower belly up and in. And stay there a moment and just breathe. If you're feeling a little bit of tension in the upper back by the base of the shoulders, that's intentional. That's okay. If you're feeling the tension in the lower back, right above the curve of the butt, then that's too much and you want to tilt your pelvis or move the abdominals back a little bit. So distinguish that difference and just be there. See, maybe you get a little bit more movement. And after a few breaths, I would say 5 breaths or so, go ahead and very gently release. Again, sitting tall, not using the backrest. Now, let's go ahead and go right to left, because our side body, our obliques, they get pretty tight when we're seated for a long time. So I want you to go ahead and bring your arm up. Let's start with the left, so that we bring our left arm up. You're gonna cup, make a cup, and cup the back of the skull. If you can see, my hand wraps a bit around. I'm really cradling the back of my head, and I'm gonna lift my elbow up. Now my right hand is gonna cross to the opposite knee, and I stretch. Those of us with neck pain, feel free to wrap around the top of your head. Exhale. My bottom shoulder relaxes, so I'm not holding tension, I'm relaxing that shoulder. And after about 2, maybe 3 breaths, go ahead, release. Maybe guide the arm down if the shoulder got a little tense, and take a moment of relaxation. And let's just notice if the right side of the body and the left side feel different. After we move for a while, our body kind of craves it. So you might notice that one side feels stretched, so the other side is like, oh yeah, me too. So let's go ahead and take our right palm, scoop behind the head to make that cradle. Keep the arm close to you, so as close as it's right for your shoulder. And you're gonna take that elbow and the arm, and you're actually gonna go right up. And you just let yourself kind of be supported as you go sideways. Your opposite palm crosses to opposite knee, and I keep a distance between my knees, so I'm not collapsing the legs, I'm keeping that distance. And I take that inhalation right to this lung space, and I lift, creating a little bit more expansion. Now I need to be there a moment, and I need to relax, because tension is the enemy of elongation, right? So we want to go up and relax. And we go up and we relax. And we come right back in. And again, we can guide the arm if the shoulder is tense. Allow yourself now to just take a moment, relax the palms and lift up out of the seat and notice the body. And to complete today's short routine, we're gonna do a little bit of breathing exercises that strengthen our abdominal muscles. So bring your attention to the space between the hip bones and below the rib cage. So this entire abdominal area. We're gonna pair the exhale with a sense of pumping back or pushing back. Now in the beginning, this is gonna feel really alien. It did for me. So I want you to kind of stay with it and stay with me and just try it on. See how it feels. So here's the technique. You're gonna take the nose and you're gonna sniff out the air. Don't worry about your inhale. You don't need to think about it. You simply go sniff, 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 more or less in that tempo. Not too fast, but not too slow. It'll sound like now, let's go ahead and you and I, we're gonna do it together for about 20 sniffs. We can handle that. Sit yourself tall, melt any tension that might be present in the shoulders and the neck. Take an inhale just to prepare yourself. Let's begin. Now relax the breathing. Sit tall, breathe normal, and just notice your body. I invite you to close the eyes like I have them closed. It helps you center. Just notice. Observe the mind and the thoughts. And try not to judge any of them, just be present with them. If you remain, pause this video. And if you're leaving with me, then thank you. Namaste. All right, everyone, that was fun. Thank you so much for following along. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, YogiTravelAddict, or follow me on Instagram. And please leave comments below. Love doing this video. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you need. Namaste.